All right, I said that I was going to do some craft videos, but I'm going to dial us all the way back to fundamentals. So some of this will sound like it is not about writing, but it is very much about the writing life. I am seeing a bunch of writers going to Vegas, and one of the things that I'm seeing in the various threads is how to do Vegas on a budget, and how to do breakfast for under $5, and how to go to the CVS that's next door and make sure you've got stuff in your room, all of which is terrific, really terrific that you're thinking about how to make this work for you. But I'm going to say that you are sending a message into the universe about the kind of writer that you are. You are a shoestring writer. You are somebody who can't afford to do things. You are somebody who is manifesting a certain style in your life. And I'm never going to say that you should go into debt or you should overstretch yourself. But if you're sending this message out into the world that you can only afford to do certain things, then that's going to keep coming back to you. So you need to root something. You need to seed something that is a different message to the universe, that is about abundance. And abundance can be about energy. Money is a form of energy. You do not have to spend a lot to live an abundant lifestyle. But if you want to draw more to you, if you want to sell more books, if you want to have a bigger reader base, if you want to be a successful writer and make this your living, then you need an abundance mindset. So in all of this frugality that I'm seeing, you need to find something that sends a message to the universe about abundance, that you are somebody to whom abundance should flow, must flow, not even should, must. Everything that happens to you, okay, I'm going to backspace over that one. Almost everything that happens to you, you created. I have a little caveat around some of this stuff. As you can tell, I'm deeply into the woo-woo. But you create your life and you create what comes to you. And if you want a different life, you need to do something different. There are crappy things that happen to people that are completely outside their control, that they did not create, and I absolutely refute the idea that every crappy thing that ever happened to you, you created. I do not believe that. I think there has to be this footnote that crappy things happen. But for the most part, I'm going to say, 87% of your life you created. And if you don't like what you've created, you need to create something new. And it could take you some time. So let's say that you don't have enough time to write. You need to look at how you spend your time. You need to make an inventory of how you're spending your time. And then you need to put aside some of the things that are taking your time that could be used for writing. Now, in my case, clearly, I have an extremely needy pack of dogs, which is elective. It's part of my mandate in my life. I overstretched in this particular case and took on a dog that I had no idea was going to wake me up every single 4 hours for 2 years. So if I sound like I'm a bit punchy, it's because I'm way punchier than usual. But it is my mandate and it is my duty, and it is rooted in something very, very fundamental that happened to me when I was very young, that requires me to save the things that need saving. And that's a choice. And I have made my peace with the fact that it will take a chunk of my life. And if you have made commitments in your life that take a chunk of your attention, you need to drill down into the why of that. Why are you doing this thing? Particularly if it's something that you don't want to do, you might find that there is some kind of root, basic thing that you are doing it for. So in my case, I feel like a decent human being because I am doing this thing to save the unsavable. My mandate is to adopt the unadoptable dogs. This dog really is unadoptable. So she's the reason that I'm not in Vegas. Nobody would take her. So you need to really look at what your priorities are and the decisions that you've made, and then start chipping away at those decisions and making different decisions. What does abundance look like? What does abundance mean to you? I have a lot of friends who have made very good lives for themselves, and some of them, coming from very, very poor backgrounds, now have an estate in the country and a house in the city and a holiday home, and they go to all the best restaurants and they live very, very swanky lives. I've been shopping with them when they were looking for a very, very particular thing to go in their bathroom, and I remember thinking, oh, I could not spend this amount of time to make my house look beautiful. And their houses are beautiful. But I don't think that their life is particularly abundant. The people that I see who have the richest lives have nothing like that money, have much, much more modest lives, but they buy good cheese and they drink good wine and they like good company and their kids like them, and they have built a life around those choices, and theirs is an abundant life. So if you are feeling like, I can't quite do this, or you are feeling like it's not quite coming, or you are feeling like, gosh, I'm never going to make it as a writer, I'm never going to make that money, you need to make a mental shift, because everything, caveat, footnote, almost everything you are manifesting. And if you want to manifest something different, you need to do something different. I've got lots of notes about how you do this, but I think we're running up. Oh, we are running up on time. I've gone over 5 minutes. So I'm going to save some of this for later. I do have a magic writing rock. And so anybody who is interested in abundance and in drawing words, let's say that this is for drawing words, drawing stories, pulling those out of the ether to you with an abundance mindset, I want you to comment and tell me what you're doing in your life to manifest more abundance in your life. So this is part 1 of probably 300 videos. You can tell. It depends on how much sleep I get. Here we go.